Some case number for me.
Yes, sir, I have case number 4. I have 19CT704. Yes.
19CT704. And counsel, what's the understanding?
Okay, good afternoon, Your Honor. Gary DePuri on behalf of Mr. Loper, who's present. Your Honor, Mr. Loper is taking a plea, adjudication of guilt to a DUI, 12 months probation. Thank you. $500 fine and costs. Level 1 DUI school. A victim impact panel. 50 community service hours. 6 months driver license suspension. And a 10-day vehicle impound.
Okay. Sounds like first time ins. And Ms. Underwood, any invest costs or anything like that?
There are no invest costs. I believe it's a little unusual for me to do this, but I had told Mr. DePuri that we would do a reckless with those sanctions.
I'm sorry, yes, reckless. Okay, my apologies.
No problem. So same sanctions, but a reckless adjudication on a reckless, a wet reckless?
Yes, sir.
316, 1925.
Yep. That's exactly 316.
1925. Got it. All right. And Mr. Loper, raise your hand. Solemnly swear firm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Yes, sir. State your name.
Stacey Loper.
Stacey, you understand by entering a plea today, you have the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent. Do you want to... Pardon me. Yes, do you want to give up those rights to take care of this today?
Understood.
Are you satisfied with your lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Had enough time to speak to him and he answered all your questions?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Case number 704, 740.
704.
704. Case number 19CT 704. As to the amended charge of reckless driving involving alcohol, how do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
Guilty.
I'll accept the plea, find it was freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, put you on probation for 12 months. While you're on probation, you'll pay a fine and court cost of $1,081. I will suspend your driver's license for 6 months, have you do 50 hours of community service, or buy it off at $10 an hour. And take the level 1 DUI school. That includes a substance abuse evaluation, follow any recommended treatment, 10-day vehicle impound, and 1 victim impact panel. Stacey, as soon as those things get done, the probation is over. So get busy, get these things done, and get off probation, right? So Deputy Wilson is going to take your fingerprints, and then you're going to get paperwork that says all of this in writing. You're going to meet with a probation officer, so they'll get you signed up. And then when you're done with her, you're going to go right downstairs to room 136 and make a payment plan, all right? All right, thank you. Pardon me.
Your Honor, also, we'd like to merge and dismiss the underlying traffic citation speeding.
And somebody got a speeding ticket number for me? Maria? 19TR.
Okay.
I don't have it around.
She'll have it.
And I don't either, Your Honor.
I have a 19TR 2416.
2416 is an unlawful speed.
And it is for a long speed.
There you go. Dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have nothing further, so I may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
All right. Buck, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So, Bauer, are you ready? He looks ready. Very good. All right. For you folks at the jail, good morning or good afternoon. My name is Kurt Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. Purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me this afternoon, I presume that you're innocent of these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings, unless and until the State Attorney's Office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. To set your conditions of pretrial release today, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit, or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be, and if you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this afternoon. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you haven't had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. You all solemnly swear or affirm, tell truth, whole truth, none but the truth. Outstanding. When you hear your name called, please come forward to the podium. Barbara Brown. Afternoon, Miss Brown. What's your date of birth?
2576.
Miss Brown, you heard a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner. He apparently had failed to appear in front of him on a grand theft. As to that charge, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. Judge Toner, set your bond at $4,000. You'll be back in front of him on the 25th of October. If you bond out, it's very important that you contact the PD's office right away. If you can't get out, they're going to come see you at the jail, all right?
Okay.
Thank you. Christine Muzio. Afternoon, Christine. What's your date of birth?
8/23/79.
Young lady, you're hearing a warrant that was signed by Judge Toner. He found probable cause for violation of probation. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. Is this just one case or is it two? I think it's just one. All right. Judge Toner, set your bond at no bond. I can't change that. I'll have you back in front of him on October 25th. The public defender is going to come see you before you go back to court. All right, Christine?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Michael Allen. Afternoon, Mr. Allen. What's your date of birth?
10/8/50.
All right, Mr. Allen, you're here on two warrants that I signed. They're both for petty thefts. Apparently, you failed to appear on counts of petty theft. State, is this something you can resolve today? One way at a time.
Sure.
Hang on a second.
I don't have
Okay.
the offer in front of me,
Okay,
so.
that's right. Michael, I got. Did you want the public defender on these cases?
No, sir.
Okay.
I plead guilty.
Well, I don't have an offer for you. You don't know what you're pleading guilty to, and I would hate to throw you in jail for a long time.
Judge, I'll say this. He has 11 days here. I couldn't find him on the Citrus site. My assumption is they probably picked him up there. He spent a couple of days.
And Ms. Bucker, does he have a lot of history?
He does have prior petty theft, as well as, looks like DUI arrest, disorderly intoxication, trespass, leaving the scene of an accident.
Okay.
He does have one.
What's
Not guilty then.
Michael, hang on. I'll get to you, man. And then these things look like they came in close proximity to each other. They're
He did have a drop dealing in stolen property in 2017,
Okay.
so that was relatively recent.
Okay. All right. Well, all right, Michael, I'll give you the option. If you want to resolve both of these cases today for 45 days in the county jail with credit for whatever you have, which is more than 11, we can do that. If you'd rather have a chance to bond out and talk to a lawyer.
Yes, I'll take that deal. Right there, 45 days.
All right, there you go. You understand by entering pleas in these cases, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, the right to have a lawyer, but you want to give up those rights so we can take care of these today?
I give up them rights.
Okay. At the jail, can you guys tell me how much time you spent in Citrus, if you spent any time in Citrus?
It looks like the date of arrest was 9/22.
9/22. So 22, 23, 24, 25, 4 more.
That'll be 15.
15 total. All right, so Michael, in case number 192814MM, as to the charge of retail theft, how do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
Guilty.
All right, in case number 19MM2813, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
I'll accept those pleas, find they're freely and voluntarily made, adjudicate you guilty on both counts, sentence you to 45 days on both counts, but running concurrently at the same time, so it's one term in jail, give you credit for 15 days served. Fine and court costs on each one is $670. Cost of incarceration on 2813. But that takes care of it. I'll reserve on restitution for 60 days on both cases. Very good. Just got to finish the time, Michael, and this is all over.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet.
Your Honor, did you say 60 days?
Yes. Richard Canterbury. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
10/1987.
All right, Richard, I've got two charges today, burglary of a structure and resisting without. There's probable cause for both. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself, you want to hire private counsel, would you like the public defender?
PD.
I'll point the PD, State.
Your Honor, it looks like we have history from out of state in 2004 of resisting an officer or assaulting an officer, as well as domestic violence. And hold on, there's some in-state. He had a DOC sentence for burglary in 2016 and grand theft. I don't see when the release was, but it must have been relatively recent. As well as a 2013 adjudication for burglary and grand theft. Multiple counts.
All right, sir, I have an address for you on Merwin Circle in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
Over 10 years.
You have a job these days?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm a mechanic. I work at Hot Wheels.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set leave the bonds per the schedule, which is $5,000 on the burglary, $1,000 on the resist. The total is $6,000. You'll be back in court on the 25th of October, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the 25th of October. And if you get out, you should contact the public defender right away. If you can't get out, PD will come see you before you go to court, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oops. Edward Klein. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
1/10/89.
Edward, you're here on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt. He found probable cause for 2 charges, uttering a forged check and petty theft. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD, State. Incoming, sorry.
He was on probation and violated probation in 2018 for an adjudication in 2017 on driving on a suspended license, as well as an adjudication for petty theft in 2014, an adjudication for battery in 2014, a criminal mischief adjudication in 2014, a probation violation that he was arrested on in 2013, burglary of a conveyance in 2013, grand theft in 2013, 2011, it looks like there were some arrests for DUI and other things. I'm not sure what the disposition was. In 2009, a probation violation, and then some juvenile history.
All right. And Edward, I've got an address for you on Eucalyptus Lane in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
About 2 years.
You have a job these days?
I just got laid off.
Going to leave the bonds per the schedule, which is $2,000 on the uttering and $500 on the petty theft. Total is $2,500. You'll be back in court on October 25th. If you get out, make sure you contact the PD right away, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Michael Furford. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
4/17/70.
All right, sir, you're here on a probable cause arrest for 2 counts of violation of probation. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
I'm trying to communicate with the counsel I had before, but I don't know if I'll need
Okay.
a public defender.
Well, you want to wait on it, or you want me to appoint him now? because I can wait while you're talking. At any point in the process, if you want the PD, you just have to fill out an application, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we'll wait for now. I'm going to move your date to the 15th of October. The bond on these, of course, is no bond. They'll be back in court October 15th. If you can't get a hold of a lawyer, then contact the PD's office so you can get somebody from there, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. James Howell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
10/18/62.
Mr. Howell, I have two charges today, felony domestic battery by strangulation and domestic battery. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself, you're going to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD's date.
Your Honor, I'll go through individually, but it looks like, to summarize, he's been to DOC 3 times already, and he has some prior domestic violence, some that were dismissed. At least one that I believe was not.
Give me the last couple of years.
So 2018, there was a dropped domestic violence battery. In 2017, there was a dropped battery domestic by strangulation. He was released, or actually admitted to DOC in 2015. In 2010, he got 6 years on a failure to comply with sex offender reporting requirement. He has an older L&L battery, a battery on a law enforcement officer that was in 99, the L&L battery, and aggravated child abuse in 99.
Okay, so he still has status.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, James, I have an address for you on Aviation Loop in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
As of now, no, sir.
Okay. Is that where you were living as of yesterday?
Yeah, as of the alleged event took place.
Okay. All right. And you have a job these days?
No, sir, I lost it the same day.
Okay.
Because due to the
Right.
the charge, I can't have any contact with the victim, and we both work together.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go over that. The bond on count 1, the strangulation, I'll set at $5,000. On count 2 at $2,000. That's a total of $7,000. Condition of that bond is exactly right, that you'll have no contact with Pamela Howell. No contact means no contact of any kind. You don't call, you don't write, you don't email, you don't text message, you don't contact her through any social media. You don't go where she lives, you don't go where she works, you don't have any contact of any kind. You don't have a third person contact her. Any way that you might imagine contacting her, I forbid you to do that. If you contact her and we find out about it, your bond will be revoked and you'll be held without bond until the charges are resolved. It means no contact even if she wants the contact, so if you answer your phone and hear her voice, you should hang up. If you're out and about and see her, you should turn around and run the other way. You need to understand she cannot drop the charges against you. That's not a decision she gets to make. She may go to the state attorney's office and ask them to drop the charges, but that decision belongs solely to the assistant state attorney handling your case. So unless that person or your lawyer or the judge on your case tells you the charges are dropped, you should assume they are not dropped, and you should not have contact. In addition, if you do bond out, you'll be subject to GPS monitoring at your expense. Also, I have to hold you up until 4 p.m., so if she wants to serve you with a civil injunction, we know where to find you. You will be back in court on the 25th of October. Very important that you call the PD when you get out, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Randall Mullins. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
11/14/63.
All right, Mr. Mullins, the charge is grand theft auto. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defenders, Your Honor.
Appoint the PD, state.
Looks like in January of 2019, you had a failure to appear, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of synthetic cannabinoid, and nothing out of state, Your Honor.
And Randall, I've got an address for you on Folkestone Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long you been there?
3 years with my mom.
You got a job these days?
Not as of right now.
We'll set your bond at $2,000. Have you back in court on the 25th of October. Make sure you contact the PD when you get out, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Jeffrey Tatara. Morning, or afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
04-24-94.
All right. Jeff, you're here on a writ of bodily attachment. That means a child support hearing officer and a circuit judge determined that you owe child support. They set a cash purge for you of $520. Can you pay $520, Jeff?
No, sir, I cannot.
All right. Are you working these days?
No, sir.
How long has it been since you worked?
About the same day my ex gave birth, which was 2 years ago.
And are you seeking disability or anything like that?
Yes.
And Jeff, is there any amount of money that you could get at the jail or have somebody bring to the jail today if it meant getting out of jail today? Any amount at all?
I had plans to have my brother. I had my brother's number on my phone, and the officers at the booking area let me use it, but my phone died immediately. I have no contact with anybody. I haven't had a chance to contact anybody. So as of right now, no. I have no way of getting out or talking with anybody.
Not at all.
No, sir.
All right, fair enough. Then I will find you in contempt for not paying child support. Sanction of contempt will be 10 days in the county jail or until you pay the cash purge of $520. Once you get out, this problem doesn't go away. You need to get with the folks at Child Support Enforcement to try to get something arranged, because if you don't, they'll do this over again. You get arrested again, all right?
Yes, sir. May I ask a question?
Sure.
I was picked up Saturday. I think this is my 5th day. Does it count?
No, I found you in contempt right now. This is day 1.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Good. Thank you. Spencer Heyman. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
August 10th, 1990.
All right. Spencer, you're here on charge of violation of condition of pretrial release. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll point
Well,
you.
unless if there's a way we can resolve
Nope,
this.
there's not. And state, assume he's got an open battery.
Yes, Your Honor. In addition to that,
It's
Mr. Battery, he had
domestic
aggravated
violence?
assault. He had an aggravated assault with a weapon and was released from DOC in March of 2019.
Okay.
He's also violated probation, had improper exhibition of a firearm in 2016, and the aggravated assault is 2016, which he went to DOC for. So we would ask that if he gets a bond, that you have the GPS monitoring.
Okay, well, I'm going to revoke him on the old case, so.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so Spencer, on this case, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. I'm going to move the date to the 2nd of October. I think that's where your old case is coming back. The condition on this bond is also that you'll have no contact with Ms. Shepard. That was previously explained to you, so I won't go through that again. Then, job number 1 when you're out on bond is don't pick up new criminal charges. It appears to me that you have, so pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your pretrial release at 19 MM 2884. We're going to hold you without bond until the 2nd of October. At that point, Judge Rupi can revisit your bond if she wishes. The public defender will come see you at the jail on both of your cases before you go to court on the 2nd, okay? Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, this way.